All right, what's up, guys? We are live. I hope we're live. I'm testing out on on the new software. Let's see if it's working. I'm checking. Let's see. Just bear with me just for a second to see if we are live. We are live. Okay, good. Let me know if the chat or the audio is good. It should be. I have not messed with anything. Everything should be crystal clear. But guys, the Sorry, I muted it by accident. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was about to say I just heard the audio, but this is something new with the software. I apologize. Sorry about that, but it should be back. Sorry about that, but the governor has. I'll repeat, my little mime words that you may have missed there. But the governor has said that you cannot leave your property, your house, unless it's something of necessity. Um, if it's food, you can leave. If you got to visit a family member that may need some help, you can leave. If you're going to your job, you can leave. There was a few other things that he might have mentioned, but other than that, everything should be, stay at home. Somebody just said they can barely hear me. I've got it tuned up. I don't want it to blow nobody's eardrums out, so just kind of keep me updated because I can actually fix the audio on the live. Yes, that was actually me. I messed up there, Jerry. It's echoing now? No way. Can't have no echo. Don't have multiple sources. Let's listen. Somebody just said they can barely hear me. I've got it tuned up. I don't want it to blow nobody's eardrums out. So all right. Just kind of keep me. So no echo. Yeah, no echo. I'm not sure what's happening there. Could be a differential in sound, but it's not going to be a long stream. Sorry about the audio. This was kind of caught me off guard. I was actually on my way out the door when I heard about the stay at home. So to reiterate one more time, he is actually still live. Let me and what we're doing here, we're going to squash the rumors. A lot of people want to have rumors about what a stay-at-home order is, and we just want to make sure that everybody understands what it actually means. And but he has said you can leave your home for work, visiting family, medical, food, or any other essential need. Otherwise, you need to stay at home. This could actually cause you to be fined, even charged if they feel like it's necessary. I don't think it'll get to that extreme. That means we can't. No, you can go out for food, and that's why we wanted to have this live, so that way people could understand what that means as a stay-at-home order. You got to be live. I'm sorry, I'm watching somebody walk up to my camera, and it's got me confused. But you can go get your food. You can get groceries. You can visit family, stuff like that. Yes, there are certain businesses that still have the essential media. It will always be one of them. Banks and grocery stores. Those will be your three main things that always kind of gets a free pass when it comes to things like this. And I do have a media pass to where if I need to, I could go out and do a story. But I'm not. I'm still practicing my social distancing, still doing the work, but that will affect a little bit. Do we need a document stating where we are working? I don't believe so. I did not see him. Now, it's good to have a document with you, like if you're working for a company, but see, if you're self-employed, you don't have a document unless you're going to write yourself out of documents. I state that Kyle Brandon is a necessity. So unless he bans your business type to not be able to be open, if you're a business owner, you have all rights to come to work. But at this point, with so many people being ordered to stay home now, you're going to have to choose: do you continue running your power up and not having that much business, or just go ahead and close it for a little while and wait for this kind of die down? Tammy, I would say yes. They should definitely give you a paper stating that you are essential, especially now. So if you're working for a job or a plan anywhere and you don't have an essential paperwork given to you by your job, you might need to ask for that. Patty, I'm not sure about 14, but I do know that we have 12 now. We have 12. Yeah, Farrah. So there you go. So all these things, this is exactly right, y'all. Y'all were dead on it. A lot of people were having a misconception about what stay-at-home meant. What they could and could not do, and up till now, it was false. And now you just can't go out to a cookout, like all these parties that were being seen. You're not going to be able to do that right now. And honestly, it should have been held at a better standard, to be honest. But let me we're gonna bring some lives up, some comments. That's an old comment. We're gonna get that off of there in just a second. There we go. We're gonna bring that up real quick. There we go. So I'm going to let that work for me for a second. Circle K gave us the paper already. Jessica said we can't have more than 10 people in the store at the same time. That's including us. Exactly right. You cannot have more than 20% capacity. So I believe, like my entire store, I can have a full capacity of 67 people. So at 20%, what is that? 10-ish, 15, somewhere in that area. I can't do the math that quick. Jerry just said 12 cases, 2 being tested. So a lot going on, but be aware that, understand that now it is, if you're out and you're caught out doing the things that you're not really should be doing right now, out about, not going to the grocery stores, doing stuff like that, you can understand that you can be fined. So don't give them that opportunity. Just stay home. And now that he's finally ordered this, now we should eventually start to see a light in the tunnel. But it wasn't going to happen until he ordered this. So he finally did it. Hannah, to reiterate real quick, Governor McMasters has issued a stay-at-home order. The only thing that you can leave for, let me bring up my list again. The only things that you can leave for is work, visiting family, medical, food, or any other essential needs. So these things are going to be made immediate tomorrow at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, guys. So if you got anything you need to do that's not essential, we need to get it done. Let's see, is there anything else? Yes, exactly. So, permanent. A lot of people were saying that they've already gotten their passes, and everything. I'm trying to get my chat caught up here. Oh, no, I'm going in reverse. There we go. All right. So let's get the comments up here. There we go. So there we go. Jamie says CSL Plasma gave us a permit last week. Some people are still saying governor can't make you stay at home. They are stupid. The governor cannot issue martial law. Martial law is where they actually can keep you in your home. A lot of people are getting a little confused about this. Some people are even stating that the governor cannot issue a stay-at-home order. That is actually within his right. He cannot issue to stay in your home. That is two different orders. Staying within your property is a stay-at-home, but staying inside of your house is considered martial law. That can only be issued by the, if I'm not mistaken, I think the president's the only one. There could be another higher government, like federal government, that can issue that. But as far as staying home and being able to go outside of your house, do your little things, and still go get groceries, stuff like that, that is the highest power that I believe that the governor can do, as far as I know. Now, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Only Trump can issue martial law to where you have to stay in your home. Just like China. When they made everybody stay in their home, when they issued that, that was martial law. They could not leave, period, out of their home. Food was brought to them. You know, it was, that's what martial law is. So it's totally different. I hope we don't never get to that point. But yeah, I think he also mentioned exercise and stuff like that, but all the gyms are closed. So my question is, where are you going to go? I mean, the parks are closed. The gyms are closed. So where are you going to go exercise at? So unless he's talking about walking down the street, you know, to exercise, I don't. They're the same thing, Michael. Michael asked, what's the difference between stay at home and shelter in place? This is the same exact thing. They just have different wording. Some laws have different wordings. So I'm not sure if there's anything as far as difference in that. It's pretty much the same thing. Yep, Dollar General, Dollar General is essential because of the things that they ship out. They ship out you know, medical supplies, alcohol, peroxide, medicine. They have a very essential job to do. So Dollar General, I don't see them shutting down anytime. If anything, they're probably going to be working some overtime. Exactly, Cheryl. Yeah, you don't need a gym to exercise. I got a little circle driveway that I just walk around anytime I, you know, feel like I need to exercise, which I probably need to. Steve says, how about logistics? Is that the plant? Kind of clarify that for me a little bit. The penalty for violating, I don't think I got to hear that quite. I did hear something about $100 fine. There was something else. And you could actually, I believe he even said that you could be charged. Now, I didn't get to catch all that, so don't hold me to that. You know, I'm not sure. But the hard part is going to be able to prove that when you're leaving your home, that you're not going and doing something essential. It's kind of a trust thing. It's kind of like, you know, they're saying, listen, stay at home, don't leave unless you have to. We're trusting you to do that. And people just need to be grown and let's just do it. Let's all come together and let's just have just get it over with. Let's just get it over with. It's probably going to be about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Let's just get it over with. Stay at home, minimize it. The quicker we can get back to normal. Wow, really, Archie? Archie says that Walmart have face masks this morning, 50 for $50. Holy crap, that's $1, man. Wow, that's crazy. Once you got 4 people in the car, you will be stopped, or if I believe as long as it's the same household, you know, something like that. Like I say again, they're trusting you to do the right thing. They're asking you to use common sense judgment. Right now, I've seen a lot of people coming into my store with masks on and everything. And let me reiterate this. let me clarify a few things, guys. First off, this disease, this virus, does not give you an upset stomach. So where that's come from, I've not seen a governor, the president, none of them have said that is a symptom. But a lot of people are believing that is a symptom. Upset stomach is not a symptom of this virus. Now, am I saying that it won't cause you to get a fever to where your stomach might get a little upset, what you eat? That's possible, but that's not a symptom. Fever, sore throat, coughing, your sinuses dry up, and it feels like you can't breathe. It's a respiratory disease. It's got nothing to do with your stomach. And a lot of people were, being a little, a little silly with some of these rumors, and I just wanted to clarify that part. Let's see. I hope this works. It's got to work. At some point, it's eventually got to work. If any store that is open considered essential, so we can still go to them. Yes and no. I'm sure there's some stores out there that hasn't been shut down that may not necessarily be essential. I'm going to take it upon me to figure out what we're going to do as far as my store. Like the title on side right now, most of my customers are pretty smart. They're paying by phone. They're not even coming in. The mailbox side, we still deal with the mail. So we do have an essential to it, but we also have got to play the money game. The more we're here, the more power we run, and the higher our power bill and the cost of stuff for running. But we're not having no customers. We are right now, but after this, I don't know. But today has been booming, so I'm going to have to play it by ear a little bit. Now, Christy, you don't always going to show the symptoms that they list out. Don't forget, China did not give out any information about how many people had this virus that didn't show symptoms. So they had 88,000 people, they said, that had the virus, but that was an absolute lie. They did not list the people who didn't show symptoms. So just because you catch this does not mean that you're going to show symptoms. So, good point there. Dolores, the biggest change is that the fact that now you can't go out to do any non-essential thing. You cannot. Before, he was just requesting, if you got to go out, be in small groups, do the right thing and everything, but now he's telling you to. That's the difference. And now you could be fined, somebody said $100 and 30 days in jail, possibly. That sounds about right. I did hear the $100. Cece, I run the mailbox store right next to the city fire department. So we're still just playing it as it goes. Timken is still working, John said. Contracted logistics. Steve, that one there, I'm not sure, brother. I don't want to sit here and say something I have no clue about. I don't even know what that is. You know what I mean? I don't even know what that is, brother. Sounds like something of people who are much smarter than me. Whatever it is. Let's see if there's any other information to be given. I don't see anything. So everybody just kind of do what you're supposed to do. Stay out of big groups. A lot of people are still wearing the mask. This, again, and that. Here's the thing about the mask. This virus is not airborne. A lot of people were trying to say that it can survive in the air in a couple of hours, stuff like that. Yeah, when you sneeze, it's out there. But the disease, the virus itself, is a contact virus. So if somebody sneezes who's right down there from you, it's in the air. It's still a physical contact that it's got to come to you, but it's going to die. It's not capable of living in air. And people were wearing masks because they're telling you to wear masks. The reason for the mask is that when you touch all these things, when you go up here to touch your mouth, your nose, which is your two of your biggest vulnerable areas, especially your mouth, you got your mask on. So you're not going to be able to contaminate yourself. The only thing you'd have available is your eyes. So that is the biggest reason for the mask, not necessarily the fact that it's airborne. Like I say, a lot of things are being skewed, just like the deaths. People who die, if they're hit by a car, if they're shot, if they commit suicide, if they die from a heart attack, if they have cancer, if they test them and see the antibody inside of their system, they are being registered as a death with the coronavirus. It's a numbers game. That is not a conspiracy. That is absolute fact. There is actually a family out of New York right now who's trying to raise money for a personal autopsy, because they're trying to say that their family member who died, they tried to say that he died from the coronavirus, but in actuality, he died, I believe they said, from either cancer or heart attack. And they're trying to say he died from coronavirus. And the reason that is important is because there's some insurance, life insurances out there, that if you die from like a global pandemic or something like that, they ain't got to pay you. So this family, there's a family actually trying to raise money to have their own autopsy done to prove that that was not what killed them. They just so happen to have antibodies in their system. So, crazy stuff. Tom, any virus can repeat. Tom asked, any truth to the rumor that the virus may become seasonal? Guys, there's no way to know that. Right now, there's no truth to that because they can't prove it. We'll have to wait the next season to see. But guess what? If it does become seasonal, is that not just another notch that is typical virus, typical cold, typical flu, typical pneumonia, you know, things that we already deal with, you know what I mean? So if it's capable of living, which I don't see, if it's a virus, that's tough. I don't know. Tom, we'll have to see, man. Yeah, Cindy, I've seen that. Some of those fake pictures that they're starting to catch people with, showing pictures of a hospital here in New York, and then they turn around. Now, it could be, now listen, y'all seen me just a minute ago have audio issues, so stuff happens in broadcasting. And then they brought up another picture or another lower third that showed a hospital in Italy. And it was the same exact hospital as the one in New York, or vice versa. Could it have been a video glitch, where they put up the wrong video? Possible. It's very possible. I mess up all the time here. I'm just one guy. I don't know, you know what I mean? Yep. So a lot of information. He shut public, here we go. April says, he shut public boat ramps down, but you can still bank fish in private boat ramps. And I think that is so stupid, because you've got a better potential to walk over. And I think this is pretty factual. I don't think I need to test this out, but I can. It only lasts a minute. But I think it's going to be easier for you to walk across land, to go over there and touch somebody, ask somebody, hey man, you got a hook, you got an iron bar, I lost my last one, than to walk on water and go over to somebody else's boat or swim over and do the same thing. So I understand that he's trying to cut down on these, the boat parties that were being had and everything, but you can't get too much more social distance than going and getting out on the boat, but you still can go to private boat ramps. There are some campgrounds that are still allowing dock-offs, private dock-offs, so, there you go. What's the limit of people you can have in a car before you're stopped? I don't necessarily know if there's a limit inside of your car. They might have mentioned that, but I might have cut it off after that or before that. But I didn't hear nothing about a limit. But I think what they're saying is that you need to limit the people that you have around you who does not live in your home. I think that's what they're saying. Just like when you go out in public, how there's one person to a buggy, Now it's 5 people to 1,000 square foot in a retail store, or 20% or less capacity. What is the brown bag, Kyle? Well, this was supposed to be a salad from Hometown Pizzeria, but Patty told them to bring me ranch instead of Thousand Island, so the salad's still sitting there. I can eat ranch Doritos, but I can't eat ranch dip. Matthew, one more time to reiterate real quick. The governor has issued a stay-at-home order. Now you need to stay home. The only time you can leave is for essential things such as food, visiting a family member who may need your help, work, or any other essential needs that you need or need to do or anything. But if you are found out not doing anything essential and you're out and about, you could be fined $100 or 30 days in jail if they deem it that you're doing inappropriate stuff. Like if you're going out here trying to have a big old group like they have at these Walmart parking lots in the corner, stuff like that, if they see you out there doing that, you're more than likely probably going to get fined. And honestly, you probably should. You know, you're getting to go out and you're having all this fun and everything while other people are doing what they're told of us. Now, whether you agree with it or not, like I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things right now, but I'm being told by my governor to do something, and for the benefit of everybody else, just because I don't agree with it, I'm still going to do it, unless it infringes on some severity constitutional rights infringement. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do for you, your family, so that way you can get back and see your family. Why I should not be selfish and go out here and have a big old group party, you know, 25 people come over and watch a movie in my living room or something like that. I mean, that's selfish, it's stupid, and it's not going to make anything any better. That's right. See, that's a great way to put it. She says it's a real virus, but lots of information that's coming out about the virus is completely fake. There's evil and an agenda. And guys, $2.2 trillion. Don't forget that. $2.2 trillion come out of this virus. Don't think by any means that this was not semi-planned. There's no way they come up with that figure that quick. They take an entire year to come up with a budget every year. And then they still can't get that done to where the government's been shut down, what, twice in the last 4 years? Because they cannot get a budget, they cannot come together, but yet they came together pretty quick on that $2.2 trillion. Will ACE be open for equipment mowers? That I don't know. That's going to be a up to them type of situation. Like Paradise, I believe they'll stay open. They got some things that can be considered essential. Like if something happens to your house, you need to go to a hardware place and be able to fix that. You could ruin your house. You could, anything, So I do still consider them places essential. I would anyways. I would take the 30 days quarantine and 3 meals a day. Exactly, Jerry. They pay my house payment. And I tell you something else that needs to be happening is that the utility companies, I don't believe they should have to be, I don't believe they should be able to charge during a global epidemic. I do not. If they need to get bailed out by the government, go be another statistic to be bailed out by the government. But people aren't working, and they're drawing unemployment. Now, don't get me wrong, they got an extra $600. Some are getting more, but also some are getting a lot less being out of work. So, in my opinion, I believe the utility companies, for however many months that the government deems it, which right now I think at this point is 2 months, it's probably going to be 3, that your last 3 months utility bills are going to be clean slated. They're going to be wiped off to where you don't have to pay for that. That is the only right thing to do. But probably not. Like Allstate, they're giving back $60 million in premiums right now because people aren't being able to drive their vehicles. So a very good thing done by a company that for a long time was the bottom of the barrel when it came to insurance, especially car insurance. So they're going to get a lot of PR out of that. That's a good thing. A lot of people not being able to drive and go out and do things, they should deserve that money back. So good for them. Yes, that stupid little extra deposit that Lockhart Power keeps doing. That's yeah. The microphone's hooked to my camera. Why is it starting to sound bad, Jerry? So union too high, anyways. I agree with you. Gator Hudson says he can still install pine straw. Very needed thing this time of the year. So if you need any pine straw, give him a holler. You know, we got a few places in our yard where we're going to plant some grass seeds and need some pine straw to go over that to help it stay growing. But we need water for that too. Also, don't forget there is a no burn order for South Carolina right now. Mike told me that they had a little bonfire yesterday, so you know, as of today, you cannot have any outside burns or anything. So make sure you don't do that. Kathy says that she is with Allstate. What do I need to do? Kathy, what you need to do is call your agent. Whoever you have your insurance with, like if it's Frank Hart, call Frank and ask him what exactly do you need to do to make sure that you qualify to get your premium refunded. Definitely want to check with him. You think I can get my mother to slap me into next year? By then, this will all be over with. Blake, I'm sure your mom could probably slap you to the point to where you don't wake up till next year. You know, have you a nice little year coma. Mamas can do that. I know mine can. What does a stay-at-home order mean? Ann says, and basically what that means is that if you do not have something, you cannot leave your house unless whatever you're doing is essential. And essential means very viable for your life. Food, supplies, if you need to visit a family member to help them, working. Those are essential needs. Which is the reason why I'm kind of on, you know, Miss Marquez, she uses the mailbox store a lot. That's why we're trying to figure out, should we open, because we are essential. It is mail, but at the same time, you got to give or take here, and more people are going to be staying at home now. So we're going to have to play it really close to the chest. I will be open tomorrow. I will be open tomorrow until 3 o'clock at the mailbox store, 231 Thompson Boulevard, right next to the city fire department, police department. And guys, don't forget about that. If you have anything, any supplies that you may have extra, if you have, even if it's soap, I don't even care. Soap, gloves, masks, hand sanitizer is the biggie, Lysol, disinfectant wipes, anything along that nature to where it's something that could help these firefighters, EMS, police to protect themselves, disinfect areas. Please, if you have it, either bring it here or take it to your local fire department, take it to your local EMS, take it to your local sheriff, city, wherever. I don't care if you have it to spare. Now, if you don't have it to spare, don't do it. Worry about you. They'll be able to take care of themselves as well. But if you do have it to spare, help out. Now, the shelves are starting to become stocked now with hand sanitizer, stuff like that. I've seen Dollar General, I believe in Packlet or Pauline, it's one of the two. They had hand sanitizer. So it is coming back. It is starting to get stocked slowly. Simple fact that there are people who are staying home. But it's more so the fact that the stores are starting to limit people on how many they can buy. That's why we're starting to see stuff back on the shelves. So, you know, thank you to them. What do you do to get a check if you're on disability? Edward, most people now are on direct deposit, or they get the debit card, you know, to have it deposited on there. But if you still get a paper check, I'm sure that what you should do is call your the Office for Disability and tell them, you know, look, we need to change mine and have it direct deposited, just in case. I don't I'm telling you guys, I see no way possible that they're going to shut the mail down. I don't see the post office doing that. But if it gets to that bad point, which I do not see it's just not possible. But better safe than sorry, right? So maybe contact the office, let them know, hey, I still get a paper check. I have a checking account. Can you please direct deposit it for me? And they'll be glad to do that. I just listed 3 items on eBay. I'll still try to be around, and you can message me. I'll be in and out of here. Even if I close, I'll be in and out. I probably might try to do an appointment thing. I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be tough, but I'll try to do whatever I can do to keep helping the town. It's just hard. Thank you, Melvin. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, we try to keep it as real as we can. We don't mix words. We just give it to you straight. How you take it is how you take it. We just want to give it to you straight. We have enough media who want to kind of blow smoke up your tail. We ain't got time for that. We want to give it to you just like it is, and treat people like adults that you are, and let everybody handle it the way they should. Stay home and enjoy the KC show. Yes, don't forget to go check out that video I put on YouTube. It is very entertaining. Moms have the factory reset slapping. What about, doctor's appointments? Lisa Michelle, she said, what about doctor's appointments? Unless your doctor office calls you and tells you that they have rescheduled or canceled your appointments, still go to your doctor's appointments. Just be real careful, because that's where you're going to get your most sick. And I'm not just talking about coronavirus. I'm talking about stomach flu, the regular flu. I mean, all those things are still there, guys. So wash your hands. Don't touch anything. Try to, when you go to sit down in a chair, I do like this. I put my hands up like this. That way I don't put my hands on the seat. Just monitor how you just do normal day-to-day stuff. Keep in mind, we still have a very important election coming up in our county, so stay focused. Don't get distracted. That's right. Very well said. I couldn't have said it any better. And we're going to have Jeff Bailey because it's still limited. It's still limited. We're the media. I'm going to see how Jeff feels about it. If he's still on for Thursday, then we're still going to be on for Thursday, because that is a public duty to make sure we bring you the information. Because like J-Rock said, we still have an election coming. We can't just cancel these interviews and getting you information because of this. We're going to get it to you. If it's got to be a phone interview, it's got to be a Skype interview, we're going to get him on. But I know he would probably prefer to be here live on the camera, and so would I. This is a big one. I'm going to pop it up real quick because I'm sure it's going to cover me up, but let's pop it up there. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll just shrink it. Let's see. It's not even going to show because it's so much, but Jerry Chris also sharing some advice. The virus is in Union. Everyone goes to Walmart. It's the source of the virus. Everyone in Walmart picks things up. Exactly. I kind of know where he's going with that. Gas pumps, buggies, 2 of the most nastiest things other than money. Rodney, praying for you, brother. I hope everything's good with you. I know you were getting tested. I hope you're good. But he says, we're all in this together, folks. Look out for your neighbors if they need help. I am thankful for the ones that have helped me out during this quarantine period I'm on. You know who you are. So, Rodney, and you don't have to answer this live on here. Was you tested positive or negative? And don't be ashamed of that. Let me make this clear. If you have this virus, don't be ashamed of that. It's not like it's an STD, guys. This is a contact virus. It's like the flu. You're not ashamed when you have the flu. Don't be ashamed of this, and do not shame people who have it. Don't do that. Oh yeah, yeah. Just trying to make people laugh it's hard to find laughs right now. I got a message here. Could be an important one. Let's see here. Let's check this message out. Okay. So we actually just got an invitation to get back to La Fagata from Miss Dorley. I'm going to say her name like that, and I pray to God it's right. I butcher names, so I apologize if it's wrong. So we'll be making that arrangement to get back to life without us, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the mess out of that. That's where we were flying our drones at. That's right, Brandon. Check on the elderly, help people. That's where Patty is. That's the only reason why Patty is not here. She's gone to Georgia because she has an uncle whose wife is in the hospital, who's quarantined, can't see, and he's by himself, and he's 88 years old. He does not need to be going out unnecessarily. His immune system is not as strong as hers, so she's going to help him, and that's the only reason to do something like that. Thank you, Angel. I'll do my best to try to keep everybody updated. I get information as y'all get it, and I try to shoot it out there as quick as possible. I may not have 100% clarity on some of the things, like the fine and the jail cell. I didn't know nothing about that because I didn't get to finish watching it. Just want to let everybody know there is a stay-at-home order, and the reason I'm getting it out there for you so fast is because if you need to do anything, you need to do it tonight or tomorrow before 5, and that way anything else is easy peasy. You know what I mean? Just stay home. Still don't hoard. Just get you enough groceries for a week, because you can still go out and get your groceries. Okay? Don't think you can't leave to go get your groceries. You can go get your groceries. So there's no need to hoard. It was never a need to hoard. Yeah, Jared. I mean, let's remove the stigma. We got to laugh. We got to shut up, Jerry. Dorelli. I can't say it. Ah, great point there, Melvin. Melvin's on it today, man. So people who have it just shot out of my head. God bless them. It's hot in here. The flesh eating the bacteria that's contagious. It starts with an M. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me. But he says exactly. I got flesh eating bacteria. Had to have an amputation. I posted it exactly. You could catch that anywhere, anytime. Sitting, guys, a lot of people don't know this. Sitting your bare butt on a toilet seat, and excuse me that if that makes somebody sick, but going to a public bathroom, sitting on a toilet seat, bare butt, you can catch some things that you're gonna have a tough time getting rid of. That's why they give you toilet seats. If you don't have a toilet seat cover, take some toilet paper, cover that seat. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. Okay, just things are out there that you don't want, like drinks. When you get a drink, now I bet you, everybody's gonna say they do, but you're lying. Because let me tell you why. I don't either. But when you get a canned drink, how many of y'all wipe the can off before you drink it? Probably not a lot of you. There may be a few, and I know I forget because there's some days I'm so thirsty and I don't even think nothing about it. But these lids. Man, I'm not even going to tell you some of the Mercer. There you go. Mercer. That's exactly it. I had the coronavirus test done. Low country urgent care came back negative. Truth about 36 hours is what he said. I never did get Did Mr. Gibson? Oh, he's still waiting on results. Okay, well, praying for you, brother. I hope it's negative. But in a way, I kind of hope it's positive. I hope it's positive because hopefully he's about over it by now, and then he's got the antibodies, and he's done with it. The scare will be over for him. With a stay-at-home order, Jamie Vaughn says, with a stay-at-home order, you cannot go to Spartanburg anywhere. Now can get the now as far as I know, now I don't know about that one, Jamie. That could be true. That may not. I'm not sure. If you have a doctor that's in Spartanburg, of course you can go. If you choose to want to go do grocery shopping in another county, I'm sure that's still your right to go as long as it's something essential. But be smart. The less traveling you do, the better chance you got at not catching this virus. Yeah, now Chris, like bottles, not so much the same deal, but there's that bottle top is still nasty. You know, the lid part where you put on your lips, that's still nasty, even though there's a top on there, you know, because it was exposed at some point. Exactly, Michelle. I'll tell you what I've read. This is two things that I know for a fact. When you take a drink, you need to wipe the can inside the can off because rats crawl all over it. Let me tell you, some of these grocery stores, I used to work for one. I worked for two, actually, back in my teens. They're not always the most cleanliest place. They're such big buildings, you can't always keep rodents out of there, and you got you got roaches, stuff like that. They will crawl on them lids. Wash your cans off. Wash your can lids off. Wash them off. And do not lick envelopes. Don't lick envelopes. I'm telling you. I could tell you a story right now to turn your stomach. Don't lick envelopes. Brandon, I will go number one at the public restrooms. If I cannot help it, I will, have to do the other job in the public restroom, but that's a last ditch, desperation. But if I do, there's toilet paper everywhere, all over the seat to keep me, keep me safe from that. And a lot of people, when they flush a toilet, they use their foot to flush it. They hit that handle. That is the most disgusting thing that you can do. Take a piece of toilet paper and all right, should be back. Should be back. Sorry about that. My camera battery died that time. I thought it was my headset battery. But that'd probably be a good spot to go ahead and call it a day. Sorry about that. Battery, yep. It was the battery in my camera. But that'd probably be a good spot to end. Sorry about the audio issues. Like I say, I wasn't prepped. I do know a little bit of sign. I did take sign language for a little while. But unfortunately, at this point in my life, the only sign language I know is the bad things. So I'm not gonna. Jerry said he's gonna sing for everybody. La 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 la. Yeah. The camera battery died that I had the microphone hooked to. I forgot to take it off. That battery it lasts so long. I'm not used to changing it. It's like a 5-hour long battery. So that's my fault. Sorry about that. But we will probably be back live sometime. I'm gonna get with Mr. Jerry and see what we can do, because we I'm sorry, Terry. I tell you, if there's a audience that can learn lip reading, it's going to be mine, because my audio goes out all the time. But we're going to try to keep doing things, just keep it lighthearted, get the information to you, but also keep it cheered, and to know that there is an end to this. This is not a forever thing. A lot of people can't get their mind wrapped around the fact that this is going to end. It's not going to last forever. It's a temporary change of our lifestyle, but it's going to be a good change, I believe, on the other side, because I believe this is going to teach a lot of people patience. I think it's also going to teach a lot of people to wash their hands and proper hygiene, which was missing in America. Seen it firsthand. Like I say, we got to be more careful about what we do, and constantly keep our clean, our hands clean, stuff like that. But it's not always possible. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot how sensitive this microphone is. See, I'm used to this one where it don't pick that up. I'm gonna have to get a little little rubber pad right here, and that way when I hit it, it doesn't make that noise. Um, Anywhere in Union doing the blood test to see if you have the COVID. I believe that uh, the somebody mentioned it a second ago. Low Country Urgent Care. Low Country Urgent Care is doing tests. A lot of doctors' offices actually doing tests as well. Um, Thank you, Belinda. I hope so. Because Union's my family. I have an immediate family, but then I have a Union family because I grew up with most people around here. As a kid, walked streets, never did nothing like bad, but I walked the streets. A lot of people took care of me, helped me when I needed it, also told on me when I needed it. So that's why I don't mind everybody's about, oh, you're a snitch. No, sometimes that's a good thing. Because when I first started driving, I got told on that I was speeding, and it's very true. Could have killed myself more than likely. And by somebody telling on me, I got in trouble at home, and that taught me not to speed again. Could have saved my life. Oh, he's talking about a different test? What kind of test? Let's see. Absolutely, Jared. Absolutely. Anywhere doing the blood test. Okay, the blood test. Now, the blood test, I don't know. But, I mean, if you're going to have the COVID, I would only care about, the current. If it's in your blood and you're not having symptoms, then you more likely have already had it and you're building up antibodies. That's what you're going to probably more than likely get out of your blood is antibodies. I don't necessarily know if they're going to see the actual live virus in your bloodstream because it's respiratory. So it's going to be, I mean, I'm not saying it ain't possible. Of course it is, but I think you're going to more likely find antibodies in your blood more so than the virus, which means you've probably already had it, didn't show symptoms, or you did show symptoms, but you didn't pay it no attention, and you're over it now. Which, if you ever do get tested for that, and you do have the antibodies, maybe donate some of that plasma, like a lot of these people are doing to kind of help with that. So, plus there. Let's see here. Anything else? I'm telling your mother what you said today. I ain't no telling what I did say today, so that could be scary. That is a lie. I do not speed. I enjoy my rides. Chester, I'm almost positive that as far as a blood test, but my goodness, I can't imagine how long that would take to get back. But I mean, call your local doctor, call the urgent care. And to these people who have had it, I've talked to some of y'all. Some of y'all are actually been in the chat, may still currently be in the chat right now. But if you have it and you're about over it, once you find out you're over it, maybe look at donating some of your plasma for that. So, you're going to help a lot of people. But Jerry, I don't know if you got to hear me when I said about Dorley invited us back out to La Fagata, so we definitely need to put that back on the schedule. If nothing comes about tomorrow may happen. We'll see. But guys, one more time to finish it off. There is a mandated governor's issued of an order stay at home. That means to stay at home, but the only time you can come out is to get your groceries, medical supplies, medicine, whatever, doctor's office, visiting family who may need it, and any other essential things. So if when you go out, if what you're about to do does not qualify under all that or any of that, just stay home. I know it sucks, but let's just get it done with and over, and hopefully we'll come out of this and appreciate what we have when this is not going on. Be able to go out when we want, go to restaurants when we want. Especially me, because I hated going out to eat, and now it's like I can't wait. It makes you appreciate what you have, so appreciate it and enjoy it. Chester says, I'm here in 24 to 8 hours. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I figured it'd take a long time. That's pretty good, though. There's a good tip. Angel says, due.sc.gov, apply online. It's easier. And if you have a small business, do not forget that the SBA is offering a CARES Act loan to where they're offering $10,000 to people going through this pandemic. And if you're open a year after you get that loan, you don't have to pay it back. So if you have not applied for that, go apply for it. It was ordered, Danielle. Yes, ma'am. It was ordered it's getting close to an hour ago now. Yeah, I want to go to Kirby's and Fat Sam's and all them so bad, but here's the problem. When I close, they're closed. Our hours are just the same. So I'll have to get to them on a Saturday. And maybe this Saturday, that may be the day that we do it. I definitely want to get to Kirby's and Fat Sam's, but unfortunately their hours go right in with mine. And I don't, when they're ready to go home, they're ready to go home, you know what I mean? And I can't blame them, you're so tired, you're ready to get home too. So we'll definitely get out there, I promise you, especially to Kirby's, because what he's done for EMS, donating those gloves, that's a tremendous thing, and we should continue supporting people like that. That was an incredibly sweet thing that he did. Make sure you go out there for all your cake needs. Easter's coming up, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a message about him. Okay, there you go. Well, there you go, Jerry. Wayne, I'll send you a message. We're open tomorrow, like our window, to have a on-site broadcast. So maybe we can get there tomorrow. That'll be good. But guys, you got Easter coming up. Bombard them. Cupcakes. You can get them things. You can, when you get them home, individually wrap them, send them. That way people don't touch it. Whatever you got to do. Cupcakes. You got their. I love their little chocolate peanut butter balls. Oh, they're so good. I want one now. Oh man, sweet tooth. So now, yeah, Rodney, the test. A lot of people were like, they seen that test, they were like, oh my God. You've never been to an ENT before. I promise you, because I've been 3 times, and every time they take a noodle, I swear to goodness, it's a little noodle wire, it's about that long, it's got a little camera on the end of it. They squirt some stuff up your nose to kind of numb it. You feel everything. That thing goes up your nose, down the back of your throat so they can see what's going on. And that is very uncomfortable. That Q-tip has got nothing on that right there, because here's the thing, it goes into your throat, and so when you're sitting there and you swallow, you can feel it. It feels like something's hung up in your throat. And I tell you, to the right person, that could panic you. First time, panicked me. I was a little crybaby. I'm like, you gotta get it out of there. I'm about to whew. I was hot, man. That's a rough test, but that Q-tip's bad too. Yep, Kirby's is awesome. They're absolutely awesome. What he did for EMS and the fire departments, he'll never understand. He may think he does, but he'll never understand what that did for them, because they were literally out of supplies 2 weeks ago. Now, is their situation better now? Probably not much better, but it is a little better because of him and the things that we were able to do, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. So big shout out to Wayne and Kirby's. Make sure you go there and help them out. Cakes, food, everything. Bombard them with orders. Get them to where they just don't understand how they're going to get all these orders out by Easter. Give them that problem. They'll take that problem right there over the problem they probably have at the current moment, like other restaurants do. So give them as much business as you can. Yep, I love the oatmeal cookies. I love it all. Yep. So they do both. See, that's crazy. Yeah, they do both nostrils. Man, that's gotta hurt. So, guys, we we appreciate everybody watching. Share this video. Let people know that there is now a mandatory. Let people know, because not everybody may catch news like you have. They may not know, and when they go out, you know, you don't never know what kind of day a cop could be having. Don't give them that opportunity. Give them the ability to know that, hey, you don't need to go out unless it's absolutely essential. So let your friends know, let your family know. The mailbox store will, as far as I know, be open tomorrow, but as far as Wednesday and Thursday, we'll see. Friday, I know we'll be open. And probably what's going to end up happening, we're probably going to, because Monday is our busiest day and Friday is our busiest days. So Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday, we might have to just completely shut it down just for right now to kind of combat the low steam of business now that's probably going to end up happening. So just bear with us. We'll bear with you. If you need us, if you need something that the mailbox store provides, shoot me a message. If I'm not here, shoot me a message. I'll probably more than likely come and meet you to continue helping you and doing everything I can. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Thank you for watching, sweetheart. Well, Rodney, brother, praying for you. Love you, brother. Hopefully everything is good. I forgot about this. I did get to see a picture today of a current plant that's working. And out there at their smoke area, holy crap, there's people everywhere. Not doing the social distancing, not doing that because they're not being required to do it by their company. You know who you are. There's probably a few of you. You know who you are. If you're going to continue running these plants and you're going to continue making your employees come in, then you should have some rules to where it spaces out lunches, breaks, to where people have the ability to be able to be spread out apart from each other without continuing to spread this virus. You got to have that responsibility. If you don't want to go through that kind of work, then you need to shut it down. So protect your employees. And you don't want to open yourself up for a lawsuit either. I'm not saying that'll happen, but you could open yourself up to one. So just be careful with that, okay? So guys, we love y'all. Cannot wait to see y'all again tomorrow night. Looks like we might have a chance of being at Kirby's, man. I hope so. I'm excited for that. Been wanting to get out there for a long time because that is my favorite place to go. It's got all the good sweets. So y'all make sure y'all keep sending them that business, and we love y'all. Jerry, I'll probably be calling you shortly, guys. We love you. Y'all take it easy.